Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Internet. We are ready to get started with the Monster Train daily show this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, depending on where you are. What do we have today? We have the Monster Train standard lineup of the daily challenge, the Monster Train League, and Covenant 25. So I haven't looked at the daily challenge today, so we'll see how it goes. Yesterday we got on the front page. I think we were in... I can't remember. I can go check it when we get into it. But at least we were in the top 10. I don't know if that stayed after the... rest of the people played it up until yesterday around 1 p.m. my time. But we did really well, so I'm excited to get into another daily challenge again today. Monster Train League, we got bronze yesterday. We're overall in third place, but only by like 1 point. Narnian is definitely in the lead overall, so let's see if we can pull it back a little bit. And then I'm going to be doing some runs in preparation for a user guide I'm making this weekend for Monster Train. And I'll explain that a little bit when I get into that section. And then finally finishing off with, depending on how much time we have left, with some additional Covenant 25 games. Hi, Kazi. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump into the daily challenge. Let me switch over to our standard run setup and see what we have. Yeah, a long time. Welcome back. You still playing Monster Train? Or are you taking a break, or just coming for fun? Let's also check. Oof, another long one for the seats. Let's see what we did yesterday. I thought we did pretty well. Yeah, top 10. Okay. Let's see what we have going for today's stream. We have Stygian Guard and Umbra. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was. We were like right on the edge, and I told some other people that were watching. And I'd been planning to do this anyway. I want to do a speed run of the Covenant 1 through 25. I tried this during my 24-hour charity stream. Didn't work so well. Well, I mean, it worked okay. I got to like Covenant 17 or 18, I think, before I finally burned out. But a lot of factors into why I didn't do so well. And I'm pretty sure that now I'm a good enough, more consistent player than I was before. And also I can prepare for a 24-hour stream a lot better than I did that time. That I want to do it again, so I told them, hey, if I get to 50 during the stream, then I will set up the 24-hour stream and do the Covenant 1 through 25 speedrun. So I'm still planning to do that. I was thinking doing this weekend. It might end up being next weekend due to some things with my work, but we'll see. And then, oh yeah, so let me get back into the daily challenge. So we have Stygian Guard, Umbra, Seeing Double. So when you create a unit, it gets doubled. Brawl, all your units get plus additional damage and health, and small hands, so you have fewer cards per turn. Link got 43k, German Jojo got 48k. I don't see Comrade up here, which means either he wasn't interested due to the setup of the run, or I can't imagine he didn't do well. Normally he scouts out ahead, is my understanding. But let's get into it. Seeing Double is a little bit weird with Tethys, but maybe we can make it work. I guess it's then more about the unit you put in front of Tethys, because Tethys doubled isn't necessarily very good. But with Brawl, it's actually a little bit better. All right, let's see what we get. I mean, they're both spell weakness. The question is, do we want spell weakness at the beginning or at the end? That is fair. And one thing you could do is you could go full frostbite with 1, or go full spell weakness with 1, and then with 1 Tethys, all of your 2-cost spells or less are free if they're damage spells. That's interesting. The double morsel generation could also be really interesting, especially with a morsel master, because they would both still get played. So you'd end up being able to put down 4 morsels with 1 morsel master, which could be really strong for a gorge minion. I think that with the energy siphons, just getting the chance to get it at the beginning might... this is a good cleanup, though. Let's do it with the spell weakness at the beginning. Let's see what we even get offered. We might not even get offered. This is like almost like an energy relic. I think it would be good to get 1 and then pivot. Hey, Socks! Thanks for the subscribe, man. Really appreciate that. And welcome to the stream. I don't do name of the day anymore. I probably will bring it back, but I'm trying to decide on exactly how I'm going to set up my content moving forward. What I know I'm going to do for certain, we can talk about content while I'm deciding this. I think we're going to go at least 1 conduit, and then we'll see how we pivot after that. What I think I'm going to do is, especially with the YouTube, and so with the YouTube, my plan is to pivot a little bit. My main channel, I want to have more curated content, meaning like actually like content which I intend to... this is not going to do a whole lot of damage. I think we have to play up... Let's play up on the top floor with him. Content which is more oriented around... Excuse me. Oriented around like prepared, designed content, and then as all of my streams, I'm going to put onto a second channel called Never Nathaniel Plus. I've already created the channel, I just haven't switched everything over yet. So, for example, like today, I'm going to be starting to prepare some content for a user guide that I'm doing. And with that user guide, that would go on my main channel, but then the videos that I'm doing to prepare for the user guide, like all the runs that I do and stuff like that, I put onto Never Nathaniel Plus. And I'm just not 100% sure how the name of the day fits into all that. I think probably there's a place for everything, but I haven't sorted out exactly how I want to do it all yet. So what we're going to try to do here is we're going to kill off the front unit. All 3 of them will kill a train steward. I could put double morsels in front. They would only kill 1 morsel, although the second morsel would die to the spikes. I could also just put 2 train stewards and the 1 train steward lives. And then we can put you up behind, doing more damage to the backline unit. That seems actually pretty good. We are gonna pop you off. And I almost think just getting... It just depends on whether we get a train steward. So ideally we could try to fit 3 train stewards on the same floor. That would be almost boss kill-able, especially if this one had extra health. But this does put our Tethys floor in a little bit of trouble. We're really trusting that 3 train stewards with extra health can kill everything. And I don't think that's going to be the case. They would do 30... let's see, with gathered clergy, they would be doing, because the bosses don't get spikes, so it would be 2 of them would give you +8. That would be 28. So that'd be 3 hits on the front unit, and you'd have 3 of them. So 3, that's 90 plus 2 hits with 40, or 2 hits, that'd be 40. Oh, it's not even 90, it's 80, and then 110, and then 120. I don't think that'd be enough to kill him. So let's go, let's put 3 train stewards here, and then let's put the morsel here. With 2 spell weakness, it doesn't make a difference. Dang. I think I can retry this fight. I need to pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like playing through. Because I think there's a much better way to set up this original fight. And then ideally we don't have to do any more restarts. Alright. So let me think through this again. So we are going to do the same start. Put you up top. And hit ya and hit ya. But I think there's a chance. As long as we get 1 more frozen lance. You know, I almost think we just dump 2 train stewards up here right now. There is a possibility to try to fit 3 in there, but I think it's pretty remote that that would actually be successful. Now we just need 1 frozen lance to kill the front unit. Now they're living. And everything else is dying. And the question is, do we try to do anything on this floor? I kind of think not. This is going to be that same... Yeah. So let's do something like this. That will make sure that at least the first 2 units are dying, or not. This kills you, which then gets at least 2 of them dead. What do we want to block here? 15 health, 10. It honestly doesn't matter which ones we put in front. Excuse me. What do we have left? We have 2 more train stewards left. I think it's double these and then put you here. We're gonna take 6 damage or 9 damage. Double up on train stewards and sap. Sap does not do anything. And we're gonna kill him. Alright. A little bit dicey, but I mean the first fight, the score on the first fight isn't as important as in later fights. Crypt Builder. I think Crypt Builder makes a lot of sense because we're going to be reducing the cost of spells. Packed Morsels is interesting. Immortal Trade's also really interesting. But I think this doesn't really make a lot of sense to do a full Ember Drain package build because of all of the non-damage spells we're going to get. So I think it is Packed Morsels, and what we really want is a Gorge unit that can take advantage of the doubling up on the morsels. Alright, let's go then into unit upgrades, and how do you play this guy with this build? We have no enablers for Ember right now. But if you could play a Shadow Siege, you're gonna just win. How in the world would you play a Shadow Siege? I don't think we can try to do that. Morsel Maker's interesting. I don't think that Morsel Maker's summoned unit is counted for seeing double. And what we could do is stack up double Morsel Makers on a floor with anything, and all of a sudden that floor is getting, you know, 4 morsels per turn. It could even be a Tethys floor. And all of a sudden that Tethys is getting, you know, plus 8 health per turn, plus 8 damage per turn, which is not bad. Or any Gorge unit. The problem with the Morsel Maker is that it's expensive. It's a 2 cost. The other thing too is that the things generated by Morsel Maker are actually like really strong. Let's try it. I can't picture. Oh, hello. I can't picture the Shadow Siege ever getting played. So I'm not gonna risk that. Do we want just more health on you? I mean, now we don't even have to like put anything with that floor. We literally can just put down 2 Morsel Makers and Tethys every turn, and that's going to be an insane amount of damage. And then we can just block with morsels that are getting created. That's a 7-unit floor by itself. Do we just put more health on them in that case? And then get Sweep on Tethys, or just get Frostbite on Tethys? Nothing's going to ever kill it. Even spikes aren't that dangerous with that setup. Alternatively, we could get Multi-Strike on him. Let's hold off for now on the extra upgrades and see if we can't get Multi-Strike on that Morsel Maker. Sure. I mean, so basically this is the unkillable floor. Oh, he heals himself. That was a bad call. And you get all this extra damage from all his other stuff. I guess we put these guys out here and sap you. We are missing the extinguisher, unfortunately. But I mean, this floor is just like crazy in terms of damage. Let's block with 2 Rebel Morsels. Hit ya, hit ya. Need to stack. Put out. And then does it make more sense to put these guys up front? Probably. Yeah, it does a little bit more damage. I mean, nothing is getting through the top floor. That's very clear. Let's pack morsels, see what we get. Does it make a difference? No, they're all... Whatever's going to be played out here is just going to die right away anyway. And stack more spell weakness. I could have stacked more spell weakness on you, actually, and killed you with a Umbra Assault, but... Top floor is going to kill him. There's no way that these guys survive the top floor. Now everything's dying. Okay, so we still have, I would say, a pretty decent setup. Another crit builder? Don't think so. The other reason why we didn't want to do the Shadow Siege is currently we're relying quite a lot on. Sorry, we're going to be. Let me back up. We don't want to take any capacity because we want to continue to focus on draw. Like we need to overcome this small hands. So we're going to take draw in both cases, and having something like Shadow Siege requires you to take at least one capacity and likely an ember. So we're only drawing 3 cards a turn, and if we don't get the enabler that we need on that first turn, like we're never gonna get back through the deck again unless we thin it out like a crazy amount. Now the question is, what do I want out of these? Not really any of these. I think we skip. And there are no shops on this floor, and so the question is, do we want a relic or do we want a duplicate and a unit? I don't know what I would duplicate at this point. I don't think we want to duplicate another morsel maker. So let's go with the relic. We'll have other chances to get units like down here. And I would like an actual gorge unit to put with the morsel maker floor. I actually think it's a merchant costs, because the 2 damage does not really do much when you have brawl. Interesting. I think it is a Hellhorn draft pick. Excuse me. One Horn's Tome. We'd have to reduce the cost on it to down to 3, but I think that's okay. It'll be a dead weight for the next fight with Daedalus, but if we can then upgrade it to -2 cost here, it gets a lot better. Although we do miss out on that Umbra unit. We'll have to see how we end up doing it. Plus, we still have one more upgrade we can put onto our morsel makers. But that's more of like an endgame Seraph card, less of a early game card. Alright, bombs exploding twice. It's honestly not really that big of a deal. I think we can even, let's see, 65, they would take 40 damage right away, but then after that, you have all of the morsels in the way. So actually this could be, although we could also do double Tethys, put a morsel maker up front to tank, and then we can actually play the Crypt Builder. I think what's better, double morsel maker or double Tethys? Long run, it's probably double morsel maker. Like that. And we do take some damage early on, but then after that, we shouldn't really be taking that much damage. Okay, a little bit. That's not gonna make a difference. It's not. Well, okay, we'll just do it anyway. See what we get from packed morsels. I think it's got to be the. Yeah. None of this really matters, but we can use it just to put more damage on the Forged Disciple at the back. And then we block with, I think one, but what? I think it's a damage one. And then we can give him extra health and damage. You're all dying, that's really good news. We can block with a Shade Splitter, which certainly helps things, and you're now healing, and we can put one of you out. Five. It's not going to be quite enough. I could kill my own one. That doesn't actually, no, I can't. I can't even kill my own units. Let's just do some damage on the Daedalus then. And you, sir, are dead. Cool. I don't even think he's not even getting through the first unit. It's an incredibly strong floor, considering what's there. This is a good question. Wretch? Furnace tap? Shade splitters are pretty worthless. This is already 0 cost. Biggest issue is One Horn's Tome with Furnace Tap, but we could put Permafrost on Furnace Tap and just use it when we need it at the end. There is a Gorger. The problem is once we play the Morsel Makers, we don't get a choice. We can't play Crucible Collector on that floor anymore. I still think it's worth it. So what we do is, if we get Crucible Collector first, great. We play Tethys, double Tethys, and we put the Crucible Warden in front on a different floor. And if we get the Morsel Maker, we do exactly the same thing here. We put the Crucible Collector on his own floor and upgrade him using morsels and shade splitters and stuff. All right, we're definitely going to take draw both times. The one advantage of taking capacity could be that you could actually do a floor with... No, it'd be more than 7 units every turn. So actually that's not very good. I think this is the right setup here. And given that we have the collector, when are we going to get unit upgrades? This is going to be probably spell upgrades for certain, and then unit upgrades for certain, unit upgrades, and then we'll see. What do we have for our Fel? We have Blight Fel. That's not going to be nice. I think then the spells... Ugh. What other spell improvements do we need? Honestly, I still think it's got to be the units. We can get rid of 2 Train Stewards. They're fine, but now we should have enough. Let's see what we get as upgrades. Multi-Strike. And none of this. Although Shadow Eater... We don't want to double him, though. We can't afford him. So let's go here. Let's get Multi-Strike, and I actually think it is better on the Morsel Maker. What would we want on the... We want Large Stone, maybe more HP on the Crucible Collector, or more damage. Let's see what we get on reroll. Large Stone, yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And then just give him more general damage. He heals for more. But you don't want him to have Multi-Strike because he loses all of his lifesteal much faster. What else would we get rid of? Frozen Lances are pretty bad. The biggest problem right now is we just don't have any like damage spells, and we haven't. Maybe we should have gotten the other Crypt Builder. Well, let's keep it like this for now, and ideally we get Sweep. Yeah, we actually do want the Sweep. Not for the spell weakness. We want the Sweep specifically for the backline units on the Fel fight. Okay. Also helps with fights like this. If you could survive, I'd put you on the top floor by yourself. But given that you can't survive, we'll do the full floor here, and then we'll put the Crucible Collector on the bottom. But these guys are going to kill everything without any issue at all. Let's start picking off some of these units. Maybe we are actually able to get to them someday. I don't know. And actually, do I want a double Crucible Collector? I guess it wouldn't be bad. Oh, actually, it would be bad because we want to we want him to be able to gorge. And then train steward. Oh, that was a mistake. There we go. And they will for sure be able to kill him. They have 100 damage by themselves with the Tethys at the end who sweeps. Interesting. I can just blast this guy. Goodbye. Actually, I think furnace tapping. Let's see what we get. Furnace tapping gives him so much damage. And we're not going to be able to get morsels for a while anyway. Probably about the time when the boss comes. Yeah, we get a lot of damage on him this way. And ideally next turn we can somehow blast this guy too. But it wouldn't have made a difference in terms of we can sap you. Doesn't really make a difference. But now you're dead. Cool. Preserve could be really good, although it's like, I don't know. I definitely don't think it's Glacial Steel. None of these are, honestly, none of these are really great. I think we just skip. Another Furnace Tap doesn't make a lot of sense. Man, we're just not getting damage. We have all the spell weakness and no damage. Alright. Well, that's fine. We're definitely gonna go spell upgrades, I think, over trinkets. There are some trinkets that'd be really good with this, though. Double Gorge would be really good. The draw a card when you play a morsel would be really good, but I think it's quite important for us to be able to get our not Furnace Tap, our One Horn's Tome to be playable, to get double stack on Furnace Tap, magic power on probably Antumbra Assaults, and let's see what else we get. Holdover. I don't really want to put holdover on anything. We can -1 to the One Horn's Tome again, give more magic power to the other Antumbra Assault, and those become free on our on Tethys. We could put holdover on to drain, but that doesn't seem very good. Let's just leave it at that. See what we get from the Concealed Caverns. Another One Horn's Tome? I don't think so. Remnant Pact. Apply Endless to a friendly unit. Don't think any of these are that great. Alright, let's see how this goes. I think we're on, yeah, floor 5. And I'm not 100% sure how this is all going to work out. But I am hopeful. Yeah, this is fine. We do so much damage with that Morsel Maker floor, and even if we get the Morsel Maker floor on the second turn, it's actually even better if we can manage it on the second turn. Okay, but we're not. We're going to do it on the bottom floor. And 25, let's see. Are we going to be able to kill this guy right now? It's 100 damage, but it's split up across 2. Can Tethys survive? If Tethys can survive, I'll put Tethys in the front. And then, yeah, he can survive with 1 HP. And then we kill everything. And we might just have to accept that Tethys is going to die on the first turn, and then we sort it out later. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but let's just put both of them out there. And we can actually kill one of them. Oh, you know what? Actually, we'll do that. So, hold on. What we're going to do is pick off the middle unit. Alternatively, we could do the same thing, but play it on the... actually, let's do that. Let's play this on the middle floor. Put the other unit on the top. This gives us more time to prep for this. Allows us to kill off this unit here. Which then we can use to put double onto our Crucible Collector. We are not going to Furnace Tap yet. We should get back to it before the end. And we can toss you up here. Where do we want to reduce damage? You're going to heal it all back up, so let's reduce it here. I think it is just blast you with Crypt Builder. And then kill you with the Frozen Lance. And ideally now we can actually kill off one of those units. Extra damage units. So let's do this. We do 2 of those. That's going to leave 21 damage. You're going to be at 18 health. We're going to need to find a way to kill off the backliner, but we have some options for that. None of those were options for that. I think we want you guys down here, give you some extra ember, and we need you're gonna die to... No, you're not gonna quite necessarily die unless we get any spell damage. Let's just stack up more energy siphons on you. Unfortunate we couldn't save our Tethys, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Alright, we can pick you off, giving us even more damage and lifesteal. We can put you on the second position and blast you. Oh, and we're killing him. We can even drain him if we want. Actually, we can even do this. We can hit him, Shade Splitter, and drain. Now he's really dying. Cool. Good fight. Sure. Guardian's Amulet. For Urchin Spines. Spell weakness is just not that great with our deck. Guardian's Amulet's also not that great. The sweep is much less valuable when there's Brawl on the table. I think we just skip. There's damage. And Ember. Cave-In. Cave-In could be really good. Because then you could put the Morsel Makers on the second floor if they come up first. And then put the Gorge unit on the top. Yeah, okay. So here's what we try to do. We try to put the Morsel Makers on their own floor, put Tethys at the top, and then put Crucible Warden on the bottom. And then we can cave in the Morsel Makers behind the Gorge unit. We're going to go unit upgrades. I think we still have... Or are we already fully capped out? We're already capped out. So let's go... Yeah, let's get a relic then. Okay, 7 energy on the first is fine, I guess. Do you want to duplicate anything? We can actually play this One Horn's Tome. as long as there aren't sweep units. And I think chased comes with sweep units. Let's see what we get from the concealed caverns first. I don't think we take any of these. So let's skip. And do we want this? What if we got 2 morsel maker sets for 2 different floors? That actually doesn't seem terrible. If we happen to get them on the first turn, it's actually okay because the first turn we have way more ember. I think we might have to just take 5 damage to be able to play our... No, we can actually play... Yeah, we're good. So... how do we do this? We do this like this. We go 1... 50... No, we need Tethys on this floor. So we do double morsel maker. Tethys cannot survive at the front, so we put him in the back. Now everything's dying. Put the Crucible Warden behind. Next turn, we're free to play whatever. So we play double morsel maker. Behind you, get you out there. And whatever. There's the garbage. Let's play out the train stewards. There we go. Cave-in does not really do much now because they're both already at capacity. We can kill off this back unit for no reason if we want. Or we just hit you for a lot. I think it's just hit you for a lot. Oh, I should have actually... That's okay. I mean, none of these floors are surviving. That's the main takeaway here. Just keep stacking energy siphons. We can not stop you from dying. So we just don't play anything. This does mean we should probably get rid of all of our shade splitters and other morsel generators, unless we have like a real reason to put them on the top floor. I mean, that hits for a lot, but I don't know. We have a crypt builder coming up eventually. Yeah. We'll see if we ever play it. None of this really matters. Okay, so we're I think we're in a really good spot right now. There's no way that I think Fell's getting through all of this, because Fell would be taking 122 damage per turn, and more than that. So 122, 172. 180 something per turn, and it's gonna have to get through at least something like 80 health plus these first 2 units. And we get a crypt builder at the right time, so there you go. I guess it wasn't as clear cut as I thought, but we had a lot of outs. Ended up working out for us. Alright. So, what do we get? Shroud Mitosis is pretty bad. Furnace Tap. That's another Furnace Tap. I think it's a skip. And, yeah, we need to cut out a lot of cards. Do we take more Ember or just more draw? Probably still just more draw. And let's upgrade cards a lot. Or our spells a lot. Removal. I'm gonna get rid of every shade splitter. They're all bad. Luckily there's only a couple of them. And do we just put this onto a train steward? Get rid of the other train steward. What else can we add to him? More health, I guess. And then purge the other one. And purge the shade splitter. Purge the, honestly, the cave-in. Wish I hadn't taken it now. Purge. I don't know what else. And then we'll upgrade spells on the last floor. Over duplicating and removing. I guess -2 cost on damage spells. We don't need the extra spell weakness. So making our damage spells even more free, I guess, is a thing. I don't know. I'm not too, like, it's a really weird setup here. But the double morsel makers are super, super strong. Okay. We have to play it like we did in the last one. So we put you out here. Oh, you're silenced. That's even better. So double morsel maker, Tethys, Crucible. The AoE is going to make this complicated, and I don't think we want to use these yet. We'll get another chance to play them. Now we can play both morsel makers. We can drain one of them a lot, which is good. Oh, actually, we now can't drain any of them. So we have to see if we can keep him alive somehow. Might be tough. Might be impossible. It looks like it's going to be impossible. Let's try this again. The AoEs are really brutal. Let me think. Do we swap the floors? Problem with swapping the floors is that Tethys just dies. Because of the AoE. Just wish I could play these in the opposite order, right? So you play Crucible Collector and then Morsel Maker. Maybe we just play everything the same, but one floor up. And we can't use this now. Nothing should be able to get through this second floor. Especially nothing that has AoE. But maybe that's overly optimistic. I'm just thinking, if we can get this out now... He just dies if he takes any damage, but I think we should be okay. We put in the double morsel makers. That's going to be 100 damage. So at least we're killing the front unit. And yeah, good luck. We're all counting on you. Block. Block. More damage. And the nice thing about this floor is that the AoE isn't as bad. We can prevent a lot of damage. So let's do that. Kill you off. I think it's you. And let's try to put as much damage on you as possible. You're dying. They're all gonna die anyway. But let's get rid of it. Are we gonna be able to kill these guys is the question. And the answer is yes, but barely. So we have to do energy siphon, crypt builder. Now everything's dying. You're also dying. But as long as you're the last of the Ember Drain sweep units, you are not. And why would you be? Get rid of you. And I guess just put you guys down here. You're all just gonna die. We're getting at pretty low health totals over here. Let's drain you. Hit you. Oh, whoops, that was a mistake. My mistake. We can knock him out of the way, which is really important. Okay, now I think giving him a lot of multi-strike helps out a lot. You guys are all fine. I mean, this guy's huge. And we drain a little bit. Get him down to normal damage. And if he wasn't gonna die, well, he was gonna die. Cool. Ice Storm. If we get extra damage, we could put it on Ice Storm. Even if we just get a... yeah, no, this is good. Even if we just get a... plus 20 and consume, would still be fine. But what we're looking for is permafrost on the... not remove consume. Looking for -1 on Tumbra Assaults. +10 on Ice Storm is good. Hold over. Nothing really anything that I want to hold over a lot. We can add +20 to Ice Storm, make it a really big burst. And I guess -1 on Furnace Tap, or maybe -1 on the Drain, and then hold over. That's probably okay. Let's see what we get for artifacts or relics. Interesting. This is actually pretty good with our 1 Train Steward. Gives him an extra multi-strike and more damage and health. Spell's getting an extra upgrade slot. Wasn't really going to help us that much. Yeah, we might as well do this. Do we want damage shield in the first unit played? That's also probably okay. I can't remember if it's the front or the back one though that gets it, because I think they duplicate forward. So it might be the one in the back that gets it rather than the front one, which is a little bit not ideal, but it's fine. Well, there's Ice Storm that can blow up this entire floor. Goodbye, floor. We can't quite kill you. And you're gonna die. Like, there's no way we can put you in the front. The real question is, what's the likelihood that we can kill all the sweep units before they get to Tethys? That really determines whether we can play One Horn's Tome or not. We could do double Tethys. This is interesting. We could do double Tethys and then put the Morsel Maker in front. Like this. And then put this on the one with damage shield. Although the damage shield is going to get removed over time. Someday. Ah, we can't drain him all the way. That's unfortunate. You guys are all fine. We're gonna lose 1 damage shield. But we need to start playing the drain every turn. Do we just do the furnace tap now? We're never gonna be able to play cost cards again if we do that. I don't think we can do that yet. You're all dying. That's also good news. If we reduce your damage, it just lowers the damage and everything, which isn't necessarily bad. If we lower the damage on you, 16 is still gonna be enough to kill him. Lower damage. None of this really matters. Let's just lower the damage on everything. We can put energy siphon onto something. I don't know, you. Doesn't really matter. There's the morsel maker. We have to sap you. We can kill you. I don't know what our plan is here. I guess we kill the front unit. And play one of you out just to have a morsel floor, I guess. I don't know. A little bit weird. And energy siphon you and drain. Oh, you're gonna die anyway. That's actually really good news. Because then our Tethys is not in danger, which is really, really important. Why do we have... Oh, we have Ember Drain because of the Ember Drain on those units. Okay. All good, all good. Let's, I mean, let's kill you, I guess. Oh, we can't kill you here. Yeah, let's kill you. Even though now we have these in our deck we can't get rid of. I guess I could have killed my own, but didn't really make any difference. Let's just bash you a lot. And let's keep you alive a little bit better. This is when Entumbra Insult would be really good. Drain will put it down to 22, which is enough to keep him alive. Seems like a good time to use Furnace Tap on you. And we still can't fit anything anywhere. You guys are dying anyway. We can just kill you. Get more damage onto Seraph. And let's lower the damage here. And now we're fine. Took a while, but then we got there. And then we just start stacking sap onto Seraph. Even though half it gets removed, like this whole floor is dying almost every turn. And we can remove 15 damage, drain you, does not do anything, and Seraph will die on the second floor. So we'll be in like low 40s. I think 40, 41, oh no, we'll be 43,000 I think, is our end score. Which is absolutely fine. Good. I don't know where that puts us, if that puts us on the front page or not. I can't remember what the... I think they were still in the 44,000 range on the front page. Puts us pretty close. Okay, cool. 7th place. Let's see what German Jojo did. Bounty Stalkers. Interesting. How did he get them to die so many times? Like, really, how do you get this guy to die? You can't bring him back. I'm very confused about this. Am I missing something here? I mean, even if you got him, like, super early, to get him to 74 damage, he'd have to have died, like... Well, let's see. What's the math there? I mean, he does start with Brawl, so he gets an extra 5. Puts him at 20. And then you added 54. I don't know how you get this guy to die that many times. But maybe I'm missing something. He'd have to die 7 times. 7 times? 6 times? 6 or 7 times. I don't know how you get him to die that many times, but okay. But I mean, if you did have that, that would be really good. And I think he 5-turn boss rushed with triple multi-strike. If you play 2 of them out, 4 of them out, I mean, that's 200 something damage. I mean, they die. So again, I don't know how that exactly works, but really weird. Hold on 1 second. Yes?
Can I get a coloring book?
For right now?
Yeah.
Hold on. Where are they?
They're back there in the bottom under the door with all the pencils.
This one here?
Yeah, that one.
There you go.
I don't want mine.
Okay. And
I
then
also want one.
closing the door.
I'll just
Take it with you. There you go. All right. Let's see what other players did. Hasp. Also got the Bounty Stalker, but didn't get it as high in terms of damage. Interesting. Yeah, the Ice and Pyre would have done a lot of damage, and if you could clear everything out below... Oh, this is a lot of Bounty Stalkers. There's not really right now, so Fofoka, but I will say what I'm planning to do, I was going to come to this later, but I'm planning to make a guide of 5 builds, 1 for each clan, that can get you more or less to Covenant 25. I mean, they're not perfect because everything relies on the RNG of the cards, but there's some standard builds you can do to try to climb if you're still not all the way to Covenant 25. I'm going to be doing a guide for that this weekend. So I'll be doing one run today to show off one of those such decks, a pretty common one, but then my plan is to put together a guide of 5 of them. But it's not really like meta decks because it's not a competitive game. So you can find some, but they're... I don't know, it's a little bit different than like other games where you can actually prep your deck, like Hearthstone or something like that. But yeah, my plan is to do a video on exactly how to build some more straightforward decks that can help you win even at high Covenant levels. So that should be coming out Sunday this week. Yeah, I could do one of the melting builds. A lot of them have come from speedrunning, because with speedrunning you have to like really hone down what are the few cards you need in order to succeed. But I'm going to take some of those and then explain how to pilot them all the way at the higher Covenant levels. Okay. What did Sal do? Basically the same as us. He also had a massive morsel maker, but he didn't put the multi-strike on it. Crucible Collector. I don't necessarily agree with the multi-strike on Crucible Collector as a base, but eventually it becomes strong once you have a lot of lifesteal. And I think it was pretty close. Like between him and I, we have very, very similar builds, very, very similar setup, and in the end, a very, very similar score, right? We're off by less than 400. All right, let's do the Monster Train League. We're on game number 3, or no, game number 4 now. Let's jump into it and see how it goes. So Narninian mentioned that it is currently a quite longer seed, which is interesting. 16 minutes. We'll see if my recent strategy of just trying to burn through all of the decision making very quickly, and it seems like especially bright today. Wonder if I can change this really quick. Nope, too hot. We'll do it later. But I don't really like it so directly bright on me like it is right now, but it's fine. Have this like glow, glow like right here. Need to switch my lights a little bit. All right, let's jump into, so we have Stygian and Umbra. Okay, Stygian's a little bit of a weird one. But the same modifiers for every single Monster Train League game this week, which is come prepared. So you get 12 additional cards that are random, no fluff. So all the cards that you get can only have one upgrade, and upgraded drafts. So all the drafts that you get come pre-upgraded. And my strategy has been kind of not to take very many extra cards and just focus on trying to take the deck that I have, improve it, and pilot it to victory. Actually, getting units with extra upgrades is pretty good. Take Frostbite. And let's get into it. I do not know what cards I have. We will discover that later. I'm not going to take any of the drafts or any of the trials. Interesting. This is not good. This helps. It's 1, 2, 3 blocks. Actually, putting you up front prevents all damage. And let's put, I guess, Kettle Hex, Mollusk Mage. Neither of them are particularly good, but it's better than nothing. Let's get you up here. Do the Packed Morsels again. You in front. Let's see what else we get. Frozen Lance. 1, 2, and 3. So we get from Offering Token. Let's keep the Ancient Synergy. We have a lot of spells. So let's keep this for the second floor and bop ya, you in there and get some morsels out. This certainly helps. Good luck. And hit ya. Okay. Not the fastest first floor, but decent first floor. Or decent, yeah, first, yeah, there we go. Let's go, you did upgrades and get a Gorger. Yeah, seems okay. And then we'll upgrade him with something, Large Stone. I'm not even concerned whether or not he gets a lot of morsels. We'll just focus on trying to use him as a blocker for Tethys. There we go. And we can even toss Shade Splitter in there. Cuddle Hex keeps the drain. Okay, we're already at 2 minutes. We gotta play much faster. 1, 2, get rid of this. Hit you, drain. Dang it. That's not what I wanted. It's fine. Okay, much faster second fight. Let's remind ourselves that we're speedrunning. Just get through it. We need to minus the cost of the... we have a couple spells we need to minus the cost of, actually. So let's go. Spell upgrades. Stygian unit. No. Minus the cost of gem trove. Hold over on energy siphon. And we have no more money. I don't know why I rerolled that. Oh, I don't need to go into this. Sure. Let's get an artifact. That's fine. I don't know how often we're going to play 3 spells, but if we do, we'll be thrilled. I'm going to take extra Ember, I believe, on both upgrades, so that I can play other cards with the Ancient Synergy every time. But we'll see. Get you out there. You in there. Get rid of this. Pack morsels. Mollusk Mage. Get ya. Cuddle Hex. And another one. Gotcha. Good. Good enough. And you're dead. Okay. Making it through. Ooh. No. Nope. Ember. Okay. Gotta go faster. Gotta go faster. Let's take this. Give us frostbite. Anyone want to duplicate here? I don't think so. Maybe the Crucible Collector. We can duplicate, put them on 2 floors. Or even put... No, we can't fit 2 of them on the same floor. We only have 1 Space Prism. You, hit you, and whatever. There's the other Crucible Collector. You, get you in there, you. There we go. Blast ya. Increase space, pack morsels. Get you in there. Gotcha. Ancient Synergy. Get you in here. Ancient Synergy. Ancient Synergy. Awesome. Turns out Ancient Synergy is really good as a card. How are we doing on time? 7 minutes. Okay, let's go a little faster. Start minusing cost on other stuff that we want to play. I think it's a Shade Splitter, maybe. Let's start getting rid of stuff we don't need. Train Stewards. Other Shade Splitters. Seems okay. And we'll skip the Concealed Caverns. And we're on now fight 5. We'll see if we can get through this much faster. Gotcha. It's still okay putting on the bottom floor. We will train steward and drain. So let's put the other train steward, or the other one out there. Let's blast you guys. Increase the space, give you some morsels. And we have no room there. So let's just put a whole bunch up here to get rid of them. Blast you. Toss you up here. Keep that for later. Blast you. And we're good. Blast you. Could have done that, hit you even more. I'm not too worried about this though. We now should be able to kill you. Give you a mortal trade. Do this, blast you, gem trove, and you're dead. Good. How we doing? The goal is 16, so we got to get through 3 fights in 7 minutes. So we just got to burn through stuff. Let's get a relic, sure. Remove 2 cards. Offering tokens are pretty bad. And let's get into the next fight. It's the armor, but it should be just fine. Tethys helps a lot with that, and just getting frostbite onto units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get you. Yeah. Blast ya. Get you up there. Get, we're good. Those guys are probably just gonna make it. Nothing I can do about that. Let's increase the space. Grab some more. 1. Oh, whoops. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Blast ya. Good. Okay. Everything's looking good. Getting lots of damage shield out. We can reduce the damage again. And we have this extra lifesteal in case we need it. Get you even more. Could have gotten 1 there. And blast ya and blast ya. Good. What are we at? 11 minutes. Okay, we gotta go fast. Draw this time. Oh, I should have actually taken the Ember again. We're just gonna get right to Tethys upgrade. And into the fight. Gotta be a lot faster in these last 2 fights to catch up. Okay. I think it's blast you. Get you out. Get you up here. And what do we got? Okay. Blast ya. There we go. Packed morsels. Hit ya. I really want to get you out, but it is what it is. We'll just play that out. Oh no, now we can't play Ancient Synergy. Not good. It's fine. We'll be able to play it soon. And drain on you. Sure. Okay, it's good enough. Oh, Ancient Synergy is frozen. Perfect. And now we can start using it again. And there you go. Okay. Get into the... Whew. Gonna be close. Gonna be very, very close. Ancient Synergy is gonna be the key for us here. How are we doing on time? Let's just get rid of 2 random spells. And then get into the fight. Big money, big money, big money. Gotta do this fight fast. Could have played the earlier game much better. That was a little bit of a mistake there. You out there, increase the space. You up here. Yeah, get rid of you. Discard, please. There we go. And 1, 2, 3. Pack morsels. 1, 2, 3. And pack morsels again. 1. Get you guys up here just for fun. And energy siphon. Come on. Get that ancient synergy. Kindle, ancient synergy, gem trove. Give you much more lifesteal, more damage, hit ya, start stacking. Get you guys down here. There we go. Alright, we got the ancient synergy. That's gonna help out tremendously with the rest of the fight. Blast ya. Flash freeze. Draw. Get you in there. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. I still think it's ancient synergy here, because you can survive. We can get rid of one of you. Energy siphon onto you. Oh, we drew something. I don't know what it was, though. Ancient synergy. Flash freeze. Mortal trade. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. That's the second time. Hold on, I'm restarting that. That's garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Ah, that's so frustrating. But I've been having problems with my mouse the last couple of days already. Getting units where they're supposed to be. Alright, try it again. We're going to play it exactly the same. We're just not going to make stupid mistakes like putting our units in the wrong places. I almost wonder if it's better to just get him in there for later. Hit ya and... okay, whatever. Okay, get you out. Let's put you in the right places. We can put this on you. This. 1, 2. Put you back there. And that's it. Energy siphon, please. Would appreciate. Okay, double energy siphon. Gem trove. Give you this. Wait, what? Okay, fine. We kill you. And we kill you. And we get you guys behind. And everything's dead there. Alright, it's fine. Okay. Energy siphon. 45, we're not gonna be able to get there. Let's do flash freeze. Save some damage there. Use this. Energy siphon you. And I think it's drain you. Okay, energy siphon here. Shade splitter. Please play. Get you out. 1, 2. Put you out here. And let's get rid of one of them. My gosh. Blast ya. Get rid of you. Now you're living. That's a good sign. Whoops. I guess hit you. Doesn't really matter. Hit you. And we'll freeze that for later. We actually should be okay now. Oh my gosh. Energy siphon, shade splitter. You out here. Flash freeze one of you. To reduce damage. Draw again. Hit ya. And hit ya. And then we can freeze the drain. Okay, final wave. There we go. Flash freeze you. Energy siphon to blow him up. Or not energy siphon, sorry. Shade splitter. Get you there. Energy siphon. Frozen lance kills you. We cannot immortal trade. For now we can immortal trade. Immortal trade should do it. And we got him. Okay, what are we at? 17 minutes! Ah! Gosh dang it, that was tough. But we could have saved a lot of time. A lot of time if we'd played that better earlier. Or if we'd focused on, rather than getting an Umbra unit, we got a what are they called? Not an Umbra unit. Brain. What did you end up earning in? Oh, Sap Totem. Yeah, that would also be quite slow. Guardian named is really good though. The biggest problem is playing all the spells. Like, all the spells are bad. Because they all take a long time. Except for Ancient Energy. Ancient Energy is the one that was actually good. You minus the cost. Interesting. And increase the damage of the others. Yeah, I think the extra draw was a mistake. I think getting another Ember would have been better. And this is actually pretty good. Yeah. Uh-huh. And you added one conduit at the end. Okay. Interesting. All right. So we're at least right now in second place. I don't think. Let's upgrade this. Update the scores. I don't think that Sinus did it yet. But let me check. Just a second.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye. Have a good time.
Thanks, you too.
All right, so what did we get? We got currently, and this is subject to change based on how Sinus performs when he does it. I am currently in second place. Darninian's in first with 16 minutes 38 seconds. And I am in second with 18 minutes and 3 seconds. And either Sinus blows us out of the water or somewhere in between. I mean, we'll see how he does. It's definitely a much more difficult one to try to do quickly, for sure. With a lot of morsels and with a lot of like offerings, stuff like that, that all take time. Okay, so then what I want to do now is I'm going to do a Covenant 25 one. I'm 25 run. I can do a... I'm going to add in googly eyes just to reduce tracking. And we'll go random as the alternate seed. And what I want to do is show off some of the standard clan builds that you can do. That are pretty consistent even at Covenant 25. This is not the start that I want. I'm gonna re-roll a bit because like part of the thing with the builds is that you have to get pretty decent setups. I mean this is a fine setup, but I want to show a pretty set of pretty common setups. This isn't what I want either. I'm going to start with any form of burnout extension and then whatever other cards we get. So burnout, there we go. So we have burnout extension and that allows us to get through the early game. We can do spells getting an upgrade slot. We're probably not going to do much with spikes. So we take Burn Bright, and the whole idea with the Burn Bright deck is you use it as a way to get through the first floors. Let's just kind of walk through how we're going to do this. So we have Double Explosion, we have Armor, and we have Seraph the Diligent. So the whole idea is that we're going to upgrade Burn Bright, all three, to get him to be a really good killer of frontline units. We have 2 Hallow Drippings. We're probably going to need at least 2 more. And the Hallow Drippings keep us at a good amount of burnout, so he's not going to die. With 2 more, without the relic, which increases burnout, this gets us basically, right now we have 9 turns of Rector Flicker. With 2 more, we would have 15 turns of Rector Flicker, which is normally going to be about what you need to kill Seraph. We might need a few more depending, but there are lots of options for extending burnout beyond just the Hallow Drippings. But this is not a reform deck, this is a burnout extender deck. And what we're going to need is a form of AoE. Now Fatal Melting can be that, but it's not a very good one. What we'd rather have, since we have the Awoken, is we'd rather have a floor with spikes. So something like Thorned Hollow, or any other unit where we add spikes from the shop. We can get a sweep unit. There's lots of sweep units in, or there's 2 main sweep units in Awoken. Not too much direct damage, so it's really going to be focused on sweep or spikes in order to, and then actually the spike applicator might have been really good in that case, but sweep or spikes in order to kill the backline units, because Rector Flicker is going to be really just about killing the front line. We can wait, or I'm coming at 0. My mistake. We'll start a new run again. Same setup, but coming at 25. I was wondering why I didn't have any dead weights in my deck. And we just need any burnout extender. Okay, Wicklash is great. In fact, Wicklash plus Engulfing Smoke is a really, really good combo. And can be a way to get through the whole run. We do have Seraph the Chaste, which makes the stealth not as good. We have looks like On Death Daedalus. So this symbol with the little exploding man, that means that on death the units do 1 extra damage. We have Garbage Fell, meaning that Fell's going to put garbage in our deck, and then we have Seraph the Chaste. So it means stealth isn't going to be as good until later, so it might mean that on the last floor we put Rector Flicker on the top. Let's just make sure that we have Burnout Rector Flicker. We don't, so we will rerun it. Burnout Extender, Reform, and ideally again we get Burnout Rector Flicker. Got him, okay. What do we have now? We have Sap. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult. We need to make sure we have multiple floors. We have double explosion daedalus, that's normally just fine, and we have armor fell. Those are actually really good setups here. So again, Rector Flicker kills the front unit, and then we need some form of AoE. With our secondary being Umbra, we can get Furnace Tap. It's a kind of AoE because you're doing multiple hits. You can get Trample on your Rector Flicker. That's a kind of AoE as well, assuming we can get his damage numbers high enough, which with Wicklash could be possible. Other alternatives are direct damage. Umbra does have some direct damage, or damage in general. Alternatively, we may just need a really strong secondary unit. Yeah, exactly. Also, to Narnian's point, if we have the burnout units do 5 damage, that's also really good. When a unit dies, enhance it with +10. Works pretty good with our Sacred Wicks. And you never know, you might get a Bounty Stalker. Unit draft should be pretty good. What is going to help this deck immensely is if we happen to get the I can't remember what it's called right now. And since we're not doing a speed run, we're gonna play up in the top floor, and we're not going for score either. We're just trying to get through the run. Let's see. Yeah, Paraffin Enforcer, exactly. Paraffin Enforcer. Lady of the Reformed is also good though. Like, definitely an okay unit to get. Let's stack up this floor a little bit. And let's not Sacred Wicks quite yet. We can put this drag behind to reduce the damage. Seems good. Question is, do we block? Or do we... I think we do this and something like this. We need a Wicklash rather quickly. There's one. That's helped out a lot. One, two, they're both dead. Okay, so then putting you up front to block a hit, another one up front to block a hit, all seems really good. There's no way any of this is going to survive. We could have problems right now because Rector Flicker has such low health. So I think let's see what Shade Splitters we get. Yeah, those are pretty bad. Let's put a Train Steward up front. And ideally then we can absorb a couple hits with him. We're only doing 5 damage. That's pretty bad. What do we get on Reform? That can block most of the hits. Actually helped out a lot, but we're still going to take a lot of damage. 60 damage is 3 hits. We'll be at 10. We're going to be really low. So it means we can't take later trials, but hopefully we get a unit that justifies it. We're going to take another Wicklash. More Wicklashes are always going to be good for this type of setup. Immortal Trade could be really good as a way to heal Rector Flicker. I think that probably is worth it. And there's the No! You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe I just took the Paraffin Thug. We had the Paraffin Enforcer and I clicked the wrong one. Paraffin Enforcer is really, really good because Paraffin Enforcer adds burnout stacks. Wow, that was awful. Already ruined the build. I'm gonna redo that because being able to get the Paraffin Enforcer is like critical to this build. So again, we're looking for any... I can't believe you can't restart until after that. Okay, we're looking for any burnout extender. It does not matter which kind. I gotta get out of the speedrunning. Okay, so we have a burnout extender with Wicklash. We hopefully get Rector Flicker. Burnout, we did. Same setup as before. This is also a form of AoE if we decide to go more morsels. This is also really good in general, removing buff effects. Let's see what other... Whoops. Let's check the map and see what other ones we get. This is the damage shield. And this is Garbage Fell. With damage shield, Teeth of Gold is not as good. I think we'll take the cleansing water. And this should be a little bit better in general than having units start on every floor. Yeah, because we can incidentally remove their burnout. And we do want units to die so that we can get Fatal Melting. Because Fatal Melting saves us a lot of damage. Put Train Steward. Just let you guys die as well. Perils of Production's not particularly great, but it's an okay if we need it. Or so let me say that again. Oh, we should have actually killed the other units. Let's hopefully get a Fatal Melting now. Would be ideal. We did get it. And I think we do it up here to save damage on our Rector Flicker. And give him Whiplash. Everything's dead. That's kind of expected. Let's see what Shade Splitters we get. And let's just get rid of the drag. And a Fatal Melting does a lot of damage. We're getting 120 right now. And you're dead. That even would also have done it. Cool. So we need Purifying Cleanse. That's also really good. We need more Burnout Extenders. Space Prism is probably the best here. And we want low-cost stuff because we're going to get Ember Drained. None of these are particularly good, but Shadow Eater is the best of them due to the AoE. And as I said, the biggest thing we need right now is AoE, good AoE. So as long as we can probably lower the cost of a lot of our spells here, then it's a little bit easier for us to guarantee we can get the morsels that we need. With that, I think it is the Shade Splitters. Do we want Permafrost? Maybe on the Fatal Melting, so we can use it when we need. Let's reroll. Let's get -1 on... Let's get 1 Whiplash to be free. And then I'm actually going to increase the magic power on Purifying Cleanse, because it's likely going to be needed to keep our Rector Flicker healthy. And then what we want is holdover on one of our Burnout Extenders. Armor, we should be fine. As long as we can kill the front unit with Rector Flicker, then we're in good shape. We need to just get access to the backliners. And so let's go Rector Flicker, Shadow Eater, Train Steward. To hopefully get the... Okay, we didn't end up getting the... let's see, we're already killing that backline unit. We didn't end up getting the Collector, unfortunately, because we didn't get any of our morsels. We can put you up there. Where do we want to increase space? Probably on Rector Flicker's floor. Okay, we're gonna take how much damage? 5, 6 plus 2, so 8 damage. This is not gonna kill them, but it's gonna make them susceptible to death on the top. Well, maybe not. Now you're dying. Oh, I could have done 2 of them. That would have killed them. My mistake. And yeah, sure. That guy's just gonna die, but it's fine. Fatal Melting should be enough. Well, actually, it isn't. You're gonna all die immediately. Let's get this in there. We will use a Fatal Melting. We might as well just stack it up. But he's gonna die on the second floor. As long as we get 1 morsel, he's dead. We got 2 morsels, so... Oh, wait, no! He's not dead, because, unfortunately, the morsels just die. That's right. Let's Purify and Cleanse you, giving you at least 1 hit. And Fatal Melting kills them. Wow, that was tough. Not getting the Purifying Cleanse earlier was pretty bad. Molten Encasement is really good. We can get Endless on it. Then we can put it in front of the Rector Flicker. Do we want Morsel Maker with... The problem with Morsel Maker is the cost. I think we're going to skip it, and we're going to skip all these. What we really want is Paraffin Enforcer. Because that scales up the damage on... we didn't get any really good units here. I think rather than upgrade units, I'm just going to get the Artifact and the Pyre Health, because we have really low Pyre Health. I'm a little bit nervous about how we're going to do against the Daedalus fight. And let's pay a little bit. Okay, that was a good trade. Sometimes you get that trade. Now we're in a much better spot in terms of health. The biggest issue is with damage shield. We're probably going to get hit every time by the explosives. And the concern is just keeping Rector Flicker alive long enough. Now, this is actually a really good start. Let's put Rector Flicker on the middle floor. Get you out. And I think the AoE... Oh, it's so risky. I'm going to redo that. I'm just going to swap the middle and bottom. Because the lack of Ember means that we couldn't play both. Really need to get them all to be 0 cost. That's going to be a priority, is getting a lot of our spells to 0 cost. So we'll put Rector Flicker still on the bottom. He'll take a big chunk of damage at the beginning, but this makes sure he doesn't die right away. Thank you for that. Let's put you, then absorb all the hits. And we do need to scale up our Fatal Melting, so having 2 units die will certainly help with that. Where do we want to put the Molten Encasement? So heal you, that's happening. AoE here is really important, and so I think we then put it here. Although that doesn't help anything because this still just blows up. Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna take a little bit of damage, but that's okay because we took that, or we got that guild marker, which helps out. Still want to do AoE here. Also gives you some damage, which is pretty good. We can hit you for 9. Hit you for 9 again on the next floor, and let's just AoE. Do we want to AoE here? Maybe it is better to just AoE here. Because AoE here doesn't change when units are dying that much. Well, I guess it does. It kills the backliner. But any morsel would have killed him as well. Let's get a morsel out. Doing some more damage there. We can put you up here. This kills the second unit, which is pretty good. And let's increase the space here. How are we doing? Not particularly great so far. This adds 1 more hit. This adds another hit. This does a big chunk of damage. Alternatively, we can put the Train Steward here and then heal up the Shadow Eater, which might be better because I think this Train Steward's going to do more than 18 damage. So let's do that. And we get a damage shield. Gonna take 5 more damage. I don't know how much damage we're gonna get out of this particular floor. Perils of Production. Excuse me. Doubling his damage for a lot of turns actually seems really good. Okay, didn't actually make a difference at all. Dang, this was not as good setup as I was thinking. Now none of this matters, we're just getting extra damage. And then we're dead. Ah, so much for my guide on how to do this. Honestly, we got some pretty crappy units. But man, that was really bad. your Covenant 25's clan speedruns. Well, I'm not showing off a very good build yet. Let me try it again. But you really need Paraffin Enforcer. That's the scaling you need. Okay, this is a much better setup. We have Crushing Demise to clear out. This is another AoE. In fact, if you can get this particular setup with Whicklashes and Crushing Demise, that is one of the best ways. And friendly units gain on kill is some scaling. But the whole idea is you have Burnout Extenders, you get an AoE, a much more consistent AoE than what we had there. That Shadow Eater is probably one of the worst ones. Getting there's a whole slew of better AoE options there. But Crushing Demise, what we'll do is duplicate this so that at least we have 3 or 4 of them. Put Rector Flicker on the middle floor. We Crushing Demise the bottom floor or the top floor, depending on where we need to. And then we just stack Burnout onto Rector Flicker. Spikes should be okay. They all have 1 hit, and we have torches to kill them. And we just play Rector Flicker in the top. Whicklash, Fledgling Imp, and Torch. Torch, Train Steward, and yeah, we can try to put you guys in here. You're probably just gonna die, but we'll see. Torch. 1, 2, 3. You're all dying right away. Let's Burnout Extend. Rector Flicker. Torch 1. And then I think we're Crushing Demise. 1, 2, 3. This kills 1 of them. And we can double drag just to prevent damage. Get a Fledgling Imp. So let's Crushing Demise. Whicklash and then Fledgling Imp. Probably in front. And Whicklash. We're good. That's a much cleaner run. That's more like how it should go when we have a decent AoE. And I think it is... Ooh, this is tough. Another Whicklash or a Purifying Cleanse? Whicklash is really good damage scaling against the sap. Purifying Cleanse keeps Rector Flicker alive better. Let's probably do Purifying Cleanse. The other advantage is that it's a 0 cost. Vent is really good AoE. Yeah, that's, I agreed. The biggest problem we're going to have is that a lot of our units, a lot of the enemy units are going to die from Crushing Demise, which doesn't give Consumed Crown to anyone. Vent. I don't think we need Vent. We're going to be getting more Crushing Demises, which is a much more consistent way. Yeah, but I think just getting holdover on the Crushing Demises and getting a holdover, so we get holdover on a Crushing Demise, and then duplicate it a bunch of times, get rid of most everything else except for the Whicklashes, and then we use that to kill Seraph. Although we're not going to get enough damage to kill Seraph outright, and Seraph will kill us in 4 hits. We got to think about how we're going to survive beyond that. Hopefully we get a Paraffin Enforcer right here. This would be ideal. Paraffin Thug. Lady of the Reformed is a way to extend Burnout, though. And we can give her a lot to keep her alive. In particular, she just needs a lot of health. I don't think Quick on her makes a lot of sense. Let's reroll and see what we get. Large Stone on her helps out a lot. So between the two of them, we can probably keep them around for a while. We will put them on the bottom floor instead of Yeah, put him on the bottom floor to scale up the burnout, and then we just need to be able to consistently heal her or reform her. Alright, let's do the unit draft. If we can get a Paraffin Enforcer, I'm willing to go extra capacity to fit him in. Otherwise, we go draw. Another option is like Legion of Wax would also be a way to scale. But let's see how we go. This is looking really good. Let's put dregs up top. And I think, yeah, we can scale this. There we go. Putting you in front. Put you up there. Again. Getting all the units out is quite valuable for us. And now we have tons of burnout already. We can increase the burnout on Rector Flicker and torch a bunch of stuff. Get him. Or die. It's also fine. Purifying Cleanse. And we got him. So we have a much better unit. We have a kind of quasi AoE with Crushing Demise. There's more burnout extenders or a molten encasement. Molten encasement, then we increase capacity once, get endless on the molten encasement, and then we actually torch the Lady of the Reformed in order to gain burnout. Alternatively, we just get more purifying cleanses. But the stealth is good because you can scale it a little bit easier. You just keep putting the molten encasement in front, and then every time it dies, you get basically another turn. Well, it's not a bad thought, actually. And I'd rather not take capacity. I'd rather take draw and be able to play out more cards. I think we'll take the Purifying Cleanse. We'll have 2 Purifying Cleanses for the Lady of the Reformed. Probably, you're right, we use the Wicklashes on her as well, but we'll see. I don't think any of this is particularly good. Well, having another imp could give us options with... No, we're going to take the Remnant Banner, so we'll skip. Deranged Brute. We could have a Rage Floor as a second floor. Because we have 2 Rage Imps. We'd have a Deranged Brute. That could be a secondary setup if we need. And then let's see what we get with the Remnant Banner. There's the Paraffin Enforcer. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, now we need a hidden passage. That's exactly right. Minus cost to Crushing Demise. Double stack probably on a Purifying Cleanse since it's already free. To add more burnout. I'm not 100% sure. I almost think just getting more healing is better. And then we'll save our coins for later. Umberstone for Trample is really good. That is true. We could do... Maybe we do take double capacity. And you could put 1, 2, 3. You could also give burnout to Deranged Brute. And have all 3 of them stack like crazy with Rage. Which is really good against Sap. And then you have the burnout Rector Flicker on his own floor. It would require double capacity increases, but maybe that's the right way to do it. And then we just do insane rage stacking using the Lady of the Reformed to increase burnout. I would like to actually do this now. We put the Lady of the Reformed on her own floor for now. Like this. we can chump block with a drag to reduce 5 damage. No, we just do it like this. Kill all the units. Let's just get rid of these guys. They're pretty bad. Really need those. You just die on this. We can do this, this, and give you extension. Give you up there. We're gonna put the Lady of the Reformed up here. We really need Purifying Cleanse, as well as Torch, Lady of the Reformed, and we can chump block with a Fledgling Imp. Need to increase health. Torch, Torch. Crushing Demise here doesn't really do much, but we can do it. And then drag, just to block the damage. Actually, if we don't care about getting the Lady of the Reformed on the same floor as the Rector Flicker, we can just increase 1 and then fit the Deranged Brute on this same floor. And that's probably enough. We're gonna torch this. Let's get you up front to increase rage again. Toss you up top. How are we doing? Purifying Cleanse certainly helps. This certainly helps, and you're dead. Cool. Yeah, definitely a much better setup here, and I think we just take 1 extra capacity. Ooh, Bounty Stalker. But I think Dark Deal. Dark Deal is insane with this deck. Another Paraffin Enforcer to go behind the Lady of the Reformed. And we increase capacity. So now we put Rector Flicker, Deranged Brute, and Paraffin Enforcer. Lady of the Reformed, Paraffin Enforcer, and we just manage the burnout as best we can. Unit upgrades for certain, I think. Probably there's no unit here that's going to be worth. Yeah, I didn't think so. And we could put Large Stone on one of the Paraffin Enforcers, the one to go with the Lady of the Reformed. Or just add extra health to the Deranged Brute. I don't think we need to add extra damage to anything. I don't think Large Stone makes sense with our capacity constraints. Double strike on a Paraffin Enforcer. And ideally that's the one that we put with the Rector Flicker. So now Rector Flicker has a lot more health. It can still tank quite well. And we use the Paraffin Enforcer to increase its damage, to scale it. We use our Wick Lashes and Purifying Cleanse to keep him alive. The only issue now, well, I guess we have 4 of them. We just need to get rid of, what do we need to get rid of? A lot of Torches, Train Stewards. We have a lot of cards we need to get rid of. Do we need 150 coins? We can probably afford it, even if we take some damage. It's going to be the 2 units that increase damage on all the other units. So the most, or if we play it right, we can just take 14, which is not a big deal at all. So we have Rector Flicker and we have Paraffin Enforcer. We can have you die, kill one of them, and then we just need to get torches. So we sack you in order to get you played out now. Crushing Demise. Deranged Brute. We're gonna take 12 there. That's probably fine. Block a hit with you. And just get you guys up there. There's the Lady of the Reformed. We need a Wicklash for certain. And we can torture to give her some extra burnout. And toss these. Nah, we toss one of these behind. This seems like a really good setup. There's the Purifying Cleanse and the Umbra Stone and the Wicklash. And I would torch her, but we can't afford it, so we just put him up there. How much burnout do you have? 5? 1, 2. Get you out. Purifying Cleanse. Dark Deal. Torch. Rage. So yeah, really strong setup here. A little bit unusual having the Deranged Brute in there, but basically the same setup applies in general. There's another Crushing Demise, and there's Stealth. But I feel like our scaling is actually just fine right now. Yeah. I think we have enough damage right now. And we have scaling on... just getting a Rage Serum is pretty good. Or is it Inflame? No, I think it's Rage Serum. We use it and get it out of the deck. The biggest issue right now is we probably need holdover on the upgraded Purifying Cleanse. More unit upgrades or removal? I feel like removal and health is actually more valuable at this point. Getting rid of Train Stewards to get into our Wicklashes and Purifying Cleanses is very important. Extinguish? Do we have any? We don't have any Extinguish abilities, so none of this really is valuable. We don't want to reform with this deck. Extra armor. I think we have enough damage. It doesn't affect how much we get hurt, which is more my concern. We have plenty of damage. Certainly, I think we Dark Deal you to increase the burnout and give you some rage. Although this would make us clear those top, at least the first unit. You have Sweep. Honestly, I still would rather do that. We can't get rid of that. We can. This is the worst Paraffin Enforcer. Oh, we did not look at capacity. Hold on. My bad. We'll redo that. I was not paying attention to the capacity properly. So you need to come up to here with a drag. Dark Deal. You guys down here. Then we get this Paraffin Enforcer up here. We can torch you to add burnout. And chump block with you to save some damage. Although probably the Rage Imp would have been better. It's fine. And let's just sack you guys. Does increase your damage a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. It's Crushing Demise to get rid of one of them. We absolutely need to Wicklash you to keep you alive. Get you in there to increase damage. And you guys are all fine. Now you're dying. Yeah, there we go. Trample helps. Give you rage, heal you up. Toss another dragon there. This Paraffin Thug's probably gonna die. Oh no, he's not. He's gonna have 1 health left. Wicklash you again. We don't need to torch you. Let's just toss some units out. Gonna take a little bit of damage. How are we doing? Now you're dead. Okay, good. And as I said, the biggest thing is just getting scaling on Rector Flicker, and Paraffin Thug is the best way to get that scaling. Ooh. Pretty close, but I think we would have been fine. The top floor still had a lot of damage left to put out. I don't think any of these. We don't want to reform. Except Lady of the House could potentially be a reformed target. Or not Lady of the House, Lady of the Reformed. But we end up keeping her alive most of the time, using torches if we need to keep her burnout extended. We could bring back Dregs, though. Maybe that's fine. Let's get 1. The other, it's also an out in case we lose Rector Flicker. We can bring him back. Okay, none of this. Important work? No. Still think we don't need any of this. If we could get an ascend, I would also get that with holdover, because then we could stack a floor with an insane amount of ascends, like the middle floor. But we'll see. It's spells, Empire health, probably merchant costs. We don't have any ascend or descend right now. We need more things to be cheaper, Wicklashes to be free, permafrost on the Wicked Blaze, and another -1 on another Wicklash. Holdover on this Purifying Cleanse. And I think that's it for now. This is looking really good. We might take some damage due to cards. We'll have to see. Hopefully we get Paraffin Enforcer with multi-strike on the first turn, so that we can kill the Scourge Generator. We did not. But I think it's okay. Luckily, now a lot of our cards are 0 cost. This is the other Paraffin Enforcer. We can give you Rage. Let's put a Drag out. Drag out where? And the back here doesn't do anything. If we Rage you, 31 plus 9 is 40. If we Rage you, we could kill one of them. Let's do that. And put Rage onto you. And Purifying Cleanse you. Yeah. We're gonna not stress too much about all this stuff. Still use Purifying Cleanse and get rid of 1. We'll take 8 damage. But now we're starting to get rid of those guys before they can put any more garbage in our deck, which is very helpful. Purifying Cleanse. Increase burnout. And put you guys up top. We're gonna get 1. Can we kill them? Honestly, I'm not too stressing about that. I think we can just get rid of these and heal up. We get rid of the major damage unit, and we can now play out this garbage. We really need to get that. You know what? Let's increase your damage. If I put Wicklash onto her, $31. That would be enough to kill the backliner. But this is so good with multi-strike later on. 38 plus 17 is 55. I think we have to do this just to make sure we actually kill them. Now I could start putting burnout onto you though. That's not terrible, because we will be able to guarantee burnout extension on him later on. And now because he has burnout, he's gonna rage himself up like crazy. And I think we're actually okay here. In fact, I can put, yeah, I could, let's see. Purifying Cleanse. Purifying Cleanse. Really close to killing them all. How are you doing? You guys are doing fine. Yeah, getting burnout early onto the Paraffin Enforcer would help out a lot. I should have been thinking about that earlier on. But he's dead now. Or she's dead now. Remnant Pact? I don't think it's so good here. Same with Memento Mori. Excuse me. I think we skip. And I want more draw. Yeah. Biggest issue right now that I'm concerned about is the fact that we could die to the multi-strike units during the Seraph fight. So hopefully we get lucky and the reduced space is on the bottom floor, but I mean, we can't guarantee that. Duplicate something or remove more cards and upgrade units. Probably upgrade units and remove cards. We still have some unit upgrades we can do, unlike on the other Paraffin Enforcer. I think it is removing the 2 train stewards. Then we have a 3rd floor to just get rid of stuff. Having another multi-strike. Do we do 3 on the same one, or do we split it up? I mean, having 3 on 1 would be really strong, and then we just give it burnout. Yeah, let's do that. It becomes a big damage dealer. I don't think we want just generic health and damage. Getting rage on you doesn't really do much. Endless. Don't think so. Let's remove some more stuff. Dregs are pretty bad. We can remove a couple dregs. Maybe, and then keep the rest of our money for later. Let's upgrade full burnout. We have a lot of health now, which helps. I mean, that's 5 attacks from Seraph, so 5 turns from Seraph that we can block. So our Paraffin Enforcer ends up being a scaling unit himself. I think we can afford this amount of pyre damage, because that amount of gold will help us, or that amount of coins will help us tremendously with later fights. And there's a chance we can kill some of them early. You are the 2 multi-striker. That's fantastic news. Plus we can put trample on you right away. Just kidding. Hold on. We're going to do that completely differently. We're going to not use trample either, yet either, because we want to get all of these stacks. Really considering putting it on him now. We can afford it, and that would be insanely good. Let's just put this out there to die, and you to die. Yeah. He's already doing 43 damage per hit. So let's do Lady the Reformed. Let's increase your burnout. Crushing Demise. We can kill one of them already. But I think it's better to get the Paraffin Thug. Paraffin Enforcer out now. And I guess we torch you to increase burnout. Yeah, it's probably better than nothing. Now we put a burnout on you. Yeah, you're doing 120 times 3 damage. I think we're going to be just fine. We're going to take some damage here. We can reduce some of the pyre damage. That puts it at below 80, so that's 2 hits. I don't believe we can get it any lower than that. This increases it. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I think better would be... Let's just increase your damage. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna take two hits. 20 damage, that's not bad. Okay, we need you to be healed. Need you to be healed. Give you Wicklash. And we'll save that for emergencies. Heal, Wicklash, Rage. We can kill off 2 of them now. And heal, heal. Wicklash, Wicklash. Hitcha, Hitcha. Whoops. We can bring her back though. Do we just put her on the bottom? It's a lot of damage. This even increases the damage. And this increases the damage. Oh, we can't play it. That seems fine. We are gonna stack him up a little bit, but honestly, like 2 hits and he's dead. Yeah. Oh, that was a mistake. But now he's dead. 1 hit and he was dead. Cool. None of this. We don't need a second crushing demise. And we don't even need the one we have, to be honest. We're good. Biggest issue is going to be keeping the Rector Flicker alive. As long as we can keep Rector Flicker alive, we're fine. But that is going to be a very, very difficult task for us. Let's go spell upgrades and pyre health. At least we have the ability to reform him if he dies. That's what the Wicked Blaze is for. Anything we want to double stack? Double stack on Dark Deal seems really good. Or on a Wicklash? Probably the Dark Deal. -1 cost onto Wicked Blaze. +10 power onto the other Purifying Cleanse. And let's see what we get out of trinkets. Daze is pretty good. Extra pyre health. This is really good in case some of those units make it to the pyre. I don't think then we need the extra pyre health. Let's reroll and see if there's something better than the Extinguish. Flicker's Liquor. Summoning a second time doesn't really do much. Yeah, we'll take the Flicker's Liquor. Maybe that's actually useful. And then we're just going to reroll and reduce the cost of something again. Probably the Umbra Stone. And +10 to the other Purifying Cleanse. Just try to get as much healing as we can on Rector Flicker. Keep his burnout nice and high. And yeah, seems good. So he's going to go right to the pyre and die. We're going to play bottom and middle. You are the not as strong. Paraffin Enforcer. Let's get you guys both out. And do we want to do Umbra Stone now? I still think not. This can kill both units though. Or at least the front one. Get a torch. Yeah, we did. Okay, good. So Paraffin Enforcer. Torch. Deranged Brute. Rage. And you're fine. Yeah, this is exactly why we have the Wicked Blaze. Because we might be losing our Rector Flicker, and we are going to. We can... What can we do here? We can kill off one of them. Now you're taking less damage. We can't kill off the other. We can kill off... We can kill off the... No, we can kill off one of these. Get you out there. And put a drag up top. So now we can bring him back with a vengeance. Let's start stacking Wicklashes onto him. We can Purifying Cleanse to keep you nice and healthy. Torch you, I guess. And now let's Umberstone. Purifying Cleanse, the heavier healing one. And actually, we're okay for one more turn. So let's keep stacking health onto you. And Crushing Demise. I guess we just let these guys die. And then we hope that we are soon able to deal with that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're just going to end up taking 10 damage here, which is completely reasonable. Let's give you extra Wicklash. None of that really matters. Are you dying already? Not quite. Since you're not dying already, let's bring back the Lady of the Reformed. And we're going to be pretty close to being able to get right back into the thick of it. Oh, we can even kill off one. That's great. Yeah, so you're going to survive one more turn. Wow. Okay, how are we doing? Cleanse. Cleanse. Wicklash. Dark Deal. Everything's dying. So that's what we did. We just needed scaling. That was I did not expect to scale the Paraffin Enforcer like that, but it ends up being insanely good when you can. And we made it. So the whole premise is Burnout with Paraffin Enforcer, and you get Burnout Rector Flicker, and then you get as many Burnout Extenders as you can. We had a reform just for the purpose of keeping ourselves alive, but in the end, all the scaling comes from Rage and Burnout. So that's one that I can recommend, and that works. I mean, obviously it worked at Covenant 25. We had to play around a little bit, but at Covenant 10, between Covenant 10, I mean, from 1 to 15, that's a very, very consistent build. As long as you get a Paraffin Enforcer, which you're pretty likely because it's a common unit. And as long as you're focusing on getting the... so let me go back to the logbook. As long as you're focused on getting Burnout Extenders from your regular drafts and getting the Melting Remnant... Oh, he's not a common unit. He's a uncommon. Okay, all unit drafts are uncommon. But yeah. So you're pretty likely to get him. Both of them can't show up in unit drafts. So the only ones you can get from unit drafts are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. So it's a 1 and 6, 1 and 5. Let me do this. I can do the math. Hold on. The chances. So we have... Oops. So we have 1 minus 1 divided by 6 times brackets 1 minus brackets 1 divided by 5. So it's like a... oops, I did that wrong. It's you need to multiply them. So it's 1 minus brackets 1 divided by 6. Oh. Close brackets. So 83% times 1 minus brackets 1 divided by 5. It's a 66% chance, or it's a 1/3 chance. 1 1/3. That seems too straightforward. Maybe that's right though. It's a 1 in 3 chance that you're going to get it every single time, and you get enough draft units that it's pretty likely to show up. So all you need is Burnout Extenders, Burnout Rector Flicker, and a Paraffin Enforcer to scale it. And then you just need to find some form of AoE, and there's lots depending on your secondary clan. You try to find another way to get AoE, whether that's spells or targeted damage, or spell targeted damage or AoE damage. It can be spikes, it can be sweep, it can be trample, multi-strike. There's lots of outs for the backline access. But most important is to scale up your raw damage to beat Seraph, and you scale that through Paraffin Enforcer plus Rector Flicker. So that's the build, and that's the Monster Daily Show for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for watching.